better, isn't it? So we'll tighten down the nut. Of course, I haven't got a spanner for that. And you don't want it over tight, that's the thing. I'm just going to nip it up with a pair of pliers. I'm going to be a bit rough here. Who cares? As long as it starts. That'll do. Now, another common mistake is forgetting to put the rotor arm back in. Notice that on the rotor arms here, there is a little notchy bit, and that fits in the notchy bit here. Like that. Now, if I connect the wire, oh, still got my starting handle in, just a minute. The compression is so much. Now, I put it back onto the other side of the cam. If I put power on temporarily, if I flick those points, we should get a spark, and we did. So that means it should start. Phew, with a bit of luck. The original wire, I don't know where it went, it fell off. So let's move that out of the way. Let's move this out of the way as well. Yeah. Right, let's see if it fires up. Well, choke's not working. Well, we're on the right track, but I had to take that crappy air filter off. Now the choke won't work. Too much choke maybe. It's noisy because we ain't got an air filter on it. Listen to that bad boy. I haven't got the pedal linked up. Oh, man, these are such a poor idea. Why they couldn't have put a cable going across there instead of making this engineering nightmare of rods and linkages that all with plastic joints that pop off. Oh, jammed up with bloody rods, isn't it? I have to open the doors because it's getting full. It's so small. Time. I'll get these wires up in your door. Now I've got to work out why that linkage isn't working. Well, it sounds alright, doesn't it? But that just goes to show you just a little bit of a dirty contact in there. That's all it was. Good job I have some. I have about 40 sets of genuine Lucas contacts. I've been waiting for the day to use them up. Right, so I'm going to let that warm up a bit in the shop. I've got the doors open. It was snowing this morning, bloody cold again. So I'm going to let that warm up, and then I'm going to pull off the valve cover and check the intake valves, because they are a bit ticky, but not bad. The exhaust ones that we set, they're perfect, so that's okay. The plugs are firing nice. If you've ever got one of these 6 cylinders, they have a very cold spark plug, and it took them a long time to warm up to clear any carbon off from when it was on choke. So they had a notorious problem. If you didn't leave them to warm up long enough, like you're just moving it around the yard and things like that, that the plugs would actually short out because it would track by the carbon. The better spark plugs have got a long nose and they get hot very quickly and they burn off any carbon deposits. And I'm not talking thick carbon, I'm just talking like a soot, but it's enough on these things to track out. Yeah, that's alright. There you go. I'll turn off the ignition. Because what that's as primitive as it's going to get. I'm going to find out what's wrong with that throttle pedal. Oh, might as well dip the oil and check the oil while it's here. Good thing to notice that there is no oil leaks on the floor. Now, how does this work here? High, minimum, low. Oh, well, that's easy enough. We'll use our oil-o-matic to fill it up. Takes 7 litres of oil. Almost half of Saudi Arabia. I wish I could have fastened that dipstick down better. Yeah, they're not very good. You see, what happens is the oil runs down when you're filling it up from this thing here, and it fills the chamber up just where the dipstick goes, which is a bit of a blow, but never mind. It might take a little while. Oh, a bit more. Yeah, it was quite a surprise if you saw the video with the oil filter. The oil filter before was doing nothing at all. It just sat in the bottom of the container. Queer, that, isn't it? Never mind. Yeah, none of the dash lights work. Nothing works on the dash. It's just a mess. You know. People have been playing around with it over the years. No wonder they're unreliable. They can be quite reliable, but like I say, you can't do anything with this cat's cradle of wire here. It's just awful. Almost taking out and starting again. I think it's worth it. I mean, considering you got the vehicle given, I mean, it's not going to cost him a fortune, is it? Apart from our wages. Ah, that's good. Right, we'll put that away. Put this away. Put the cap on and let's see if it starts and works on the pedal. I had to do a little minor adjustment on the pedal. Right, we've got wire, we've got pump running. Oh yeah, pedal. Pedal requires more adjustment, it's almost on the spot. It's a really weird old type of carburetor, is that. If you look at that SU over there, it's not like the SUs we're familiar with, because it's got the old type of float and different type of choke where it drops the jet down. Yeah, I'd just like to have that speed down a bit, but the way that the throttle is, it wants to bolt and doing. I'll just switch this off and I can see if I can get it a bit lower. Well, that's a bit better. I can't get it any lower than that. Now I wonder if it's because I took the air cleaner off. It's been, you know, the air cleaner's acted like a restrictor for the air, so the air ratio is different, air fuel ratio is a bit different. I don't know, I'm just guessing, because the last time I played around with one of these 6 cylinders was when I was about 19. I had one of these, it was horrible, I soon got rid of it. Yeah. Now you can hear the valves are a little bit rattly once they get warmed up, but they're a little bit tappy down at the bottom, not too bad. But to tell you on the truth, I'm going to take all this lot off again. Just the valves. What a bad idea. You know, what a really bad idea. So you can see by this engine here how engines have advanced over the last 40 years. We've got electronic ignition, we've got fuel injection, you know, we've got hydraulic lifters and things like this. It's so much better. So much better. You know, nowadays we've got coils that go directly on the plug, so you don't have all these leads dangling all over the place. But again, it was 40 years old. And here's another little I don't know if you can see here. The radiators were soldered together. They're good old brass radiators, but there's no sort of, you know, everything's just shaking together. Look, you put that on top of there, look. And all the welds, all the solder joints crack. All it took was like some rubber mountings. That's all it would take. But anyway, it's running, so I can get this out and get me Yaris in. So I think we'll sign that off there. We've got a lot of work to do on it yet, but we're getting there. A little bit at a time. Yeah. Well, I'll adjust those valves. I don't think we need to know how to adjust valves, do we? Do we? No, it's getting warm now, so that's good. Setting the valves on these is just like setting them on a TDI. A nut and bolt new feeler gauge. That's all it is. I'll tell you what, I'll set these up now and we'll listen to it again before I go. Probably won't make any difference whatsoever. So here we are in the rocker box off. The idea is, when number 1 is down, you gap number 6. When this is down, you gap number 5. You get the idea? So whichever one's down, you do the opposite one. So let's have a look and see where it's a real pig to turn over. I must admit, it's a real pig. Right. Now what we have to do is find out what the gap is, and it's actually written on the valve cover. Well, it's running. It's better than it was. It's less clackety, but yeah, it's not a bad little lump. Well, we haven't done much tuning on it, we've just left it as it is. It sounds like, I've set the plug gap, but there might be a plug gap not quite right. It's not quite even, but to tell you the honest truth, I'm happy it's actually running. And yeah, I think we'll leave it. See how it changes once you. Well, there's a good idle, isn't it? Wow, listen to that, it's quiet, isn't it? It's like a Rolls Royce. Listen, rev it up. No, I think there's a plug gap wrong somewhere, because that will cause it to misfire a little bit. Because the plugs are new. But yeah, there's so many things that can go wrong. But we're not bothered with that right now. All we're bothered about is getting it out of the way. So I'm going to sign this off here. It's done as much as we can do, you know, but we've got to. I just spoke to Michelle and he said, yeah, no, we'll get a wiring harness for it because it's going to break down sometime. And yeah, but there's like on the dashboard there, there's no warning lights, there's nothing, there's no oil pressure light, there's no ignition light, charge light, nothing. So it's a bit of a mess, but never mind. That was interesting, wasn't it? Let's get this out.